Hi, and welcome to another Radan video tip. In this tip, we'll look at the nest enhancements that are part of the Radan 2012 R1 release. One of the nesting enhancements is the option to make nest schedule changes to multiple parts simultaneously. The previous option only allowed changing nest properties for listed parts one at a time. Let's take a look at this in Radan. Notice the restructured file menu that now organizes the commands for creating new drawing, part, or projects together, and also groups together the commands for opening existing drawing, part, and project files. I'll open an existing project file. In the Nest Project Part list, notice the old single part edit method is still available through this icon, where any nest setting or value can be changed. The original option of editing one part at a time by double-clicking one part in the list is still supported as well. Notice when multiple parts are selected and the new icon is picked that each selected part is edited one at a time with all nest property values and options available, including quantity, nesting orientation, material type, thickness, priority, etc. Once one part's nesting settings are defined, selecting the OK button brings up the next part in the list to add or adjust settings, and so on. When multiple parts are selected and the other icon is selected, you can make common changes to multiple parts at the same time. Note the quantity and orientation values are not defined initially in the Edit Part dialog, since we're editing multiple parts which commonly have different values for each of the parts in the selection set. Now we can change material or orientation, quantity or quantity extra to all the selected parts simultaneously, but there is no part listed or previewed since we're editing common properties we want applied to multiple parts. The benefits provided with this new option are the ability to edit nest properties of multiple parts simultaneously. This new option can be real handy when you batch import a list of DXF or DWG files, as it's now much faster to define the correct schedule properties for the converted files with this enhancement. Another Radan 2012 R1 nesting enhancement is the option to set sheet priorities. So if you want a specific sheet size to be used first in the nesting process, the nesting priority can be increased so that any sheet sizes with lower priorities will be used in subsequent nest calculations. To illustrate how this is done with Radan, I'll continue with the nest project we're using previously. Back in Radan within the nest project, I'll switch to the Sheets list and pick the option to add standard size sheets to the list. We're working with 2 mm mild steel, so I'll pick some standard sheet sizes of that material. After adding a few sheets to the list, notice the sheet lists the new priority column, and by editing one of these sheets, notice the option to set up sheet priority. Those sheets with higher priority are used before those sheets with lower priorities. The benefits provided with this new option are the ability to control which sheet sizes get used first in the nesting process. This can make it easier to control what specific material is utilized by the nester. So the 2012 R1 nesting enhancements include the ability to select and change nesting properties for multiple parts in the nest list simultaneously, which can accelerate the time it takes to get nests made in Radan. And the Sheet Priorities option is also now providing more control over which sheets get used first in the nest generation process. Thanks for viewing this Radan video tech tip, and stay tuned for more tips from the Radan Resource newsletter.